Hello and welcome to Soul Babes Craft and Creations. I am Louise and today is Monday, which in my world is Magazine Makes Monday. Now what am I doing? Well, I am using magazines and books and cards to create some blankets. Now these blankets will be donated to charity. They were originally going to be going to Boggy Creek, but due to changes in postage, it's too expensive for me to now send to Boggy Creek. So they will be going, unless things change, to charities here in the UK. Haven't yet decided which charities, but that's what will happen when I finish them. And as stated a couple of weeks ago, or I can't remember, well, maybe even last week, I said that I'd gone through and counted up how many I've got left to do. And I've probably got about a year's worth left. I'm about halfway through all the publications because I am working through 7 separate publications at the moment at the same time. 3 of them I work on one week and 4 I work on the following week. So I'm working through all these publications, but they are being worked on together. So what am I doing? Well, last week, not last week, week before last, because I didn't do last week due to 1, the grandson being here, and 2, that the week before we had a major heat wave, and we are starting another heat wave as of, well, late yesterday afternoon was the thing was saying that as of today we are going to be in the 30 degrees C, which is extremely warm. It's not as extreme as it was 2 weeks ago, but who knows, we may have the same sort of temperatures as we had a fortnight ago. So hence the reason why I am trying to get as much done as possible now. Next time we have the grandson isn't till the middle of August. So hopefully I can get myself a little bit ahead, as long as we don't have too many heat waves. But if I can try and get myself a little bit ahead, then there will be hopefully not so many missed weeks or missed times of me doing my videos. But it meant that with the heat wave, I couldn't do the work because heat affects me quite severely. And when the grandson's here, I can't do recording. Even though I can do the work, I can't do the recording because of the way my home is set up. And he sleeps in this same room as where all my recording stuff is. More or less where my recording camera and my laptop and everything is in here in front of me is where his bed goes. So there isn't the room to have it set up when he is here. So I have to literally put my recording stuff and everything away while he's here. So that means I can't do recording while he's here. So there we go. Anyway, let's continue with doing what I need to do. So, a fortnight ago, I drew from the Montgomerie cards and book and the Bella Coco cards and book. So, let's show what I made. This is the official Claire Montgomerie, and this was called Little Lines. There we go. And then the unofficial, try and do it straight. There we go. And this was called the Daisy Wheel. A few of the puffs there have got not going through where they're supposed to be. There we go. So yeah, not too bad. The unofficial set, we've found out that most of those are in a book called the Ultimate Granny Square book. Can't get to it at the moment. So it's got all of them there. It's got 100 granny squares, of which 50 of them are the ones that's in the unofficial card set. So there we go. Anyway, so that's the Claire Montgomerie cards. The Bella Coco card, now this is where we go into my stitch markers. Let's get it the right way up. Right. So this was the brick stitch. Then we went to the Bella Coco book and we have the linen stitch and the block stitch. Then we would go over to the Claire Montgomerie library book, stitch library book, and we have the herringbone half double crochet, and we started a new strip. So that's my 14 for that strip. I do 14 in each strip of stitches. So, and then we go into the next strip started was the lacy. Make sure I get it the right way round. That way. The lacy shell stitch. So all the stitches this week weren't too bad. Yeah, I managed to do them with not really much problem. And then finally, from the Claire Montgomerie book, was the half double crochet circle. So all these motif ones, these ones that are not in the stitch samples, eventually when I do complete them all, I will either turn them into squares or I will join them together to create a blanket so that they all go part and parcel of a separate blanket. I'm not sure yet how the stitches will work out, whether they will make complete blankets or not. I will know that nearer the time. It may be the same, something similar to how I've got my Tunisian Tuesday ones, where the third of the 3 blankets is being part stitch strips, and then putting the motifs and that in the middle, in between 2 lots of stitch samples. So I might do the same. It all depends on how many stitch patterns I have left for making a blanket. Like I say, there's 14 in each strip. Each blanket has 4 strips, so that gives you 56 stitches in each blanket. So I don't know until I get nearer the end as to how many, or whether there will be full blankets of stitches. But everything, it will all be making blankets one way or another. they will all be put together to make blankets. So what do I do now? Well, I now need to draw out for next week's, and next week's will be from the Art of Crochet, the 3D granny squares, and the 100 crochet tiles. So let's do our draw. We start with Art of Crochet. And we pick out 2 from each of these this week. So 1. And 2. And they are numbers 69 and 72. Number 69 is the cartwheel and cluster, and number 72 is the 4-colour granny. So what they will look like, they will be in a video, in a picture montage at the end of the video, so you can see what they're meant to look like. Doesn't necessarily mean that's how they will look like. I sometimes decide to go rogue on colours. Sometimes I follow it, but they don't always look the same. But anyway, so there's my Art of Crochet. Now I need to pick out the 3D granny squares. Here we go. Again, we pick out 2. 1 and 2. 2 out at the same time. Okay. Right then. And they are numbers 11 and 31. And they are, let me see, number 11 is the pizza, and number 31 is the cat. Okay, again, we'll see what they are meant to look like and see whether they look the same next week. Then finally, we want to draw from the 100 crochet tiles. Now, if you've seen any of my previous videos on this ones, you'll know why I'm a little apprehensive with 100 crochet tiles, because there is a lot of mosaic ones. Now, I like doing mosaic. I haven't done a great deal of mosaic, not like Sam from Manfors Makes, where she does a lot of mosaics. But I seem to have a problem with the ones from 100 crochet tiles. A majority of them don't come out the way they're supposed to. So I get a bit frustrated with them. But anyway, so let's pick out the ones that I need to pick out. And the numbers are, so we've got, again, pick out 2. So 1 and 2. Right, and the numbers are Numbers are 31 and 46. Okay. And right. 31 is the Susanna. And 46 is the blue bubbles. Okay. And we can't always go by what the name says as to whether or not it's mosaic or not. Yeah. Anyway, with everything being drawn for today, thank you for watching. Please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe. Love and kindness to everyone. Bye for now, and I'll see you all soon.